Okay, after a quick pit stop at Angel's Place, we just picked them up and we're gonna take the pre-workout real quick. We usually bring it over just to save some time, so let me go ahead and take it and then we'll start the car talk. Um, Give me 1 second. I always need to shake it up real quick because then sometimes you get little chunks and the next thing you need is to be choking on a chunk of pre-workout or like sea salts or something. Fire. Okay, that that was good. I think it tastes better each time, or I'm getting really used to this. So today we're going to be doing back and shoulders. So we're going to be doing, most likely going to start over with some lat pull downs with a isolation machine that we like. We usually sit reverse to it because I feel like it serves the same purpose as a regular lat pull down with a T-bar. But with that one, I feel like sometimes I get a little bit better my muscle connection here and there. It just kind of depends, you know. Sometimes some machines feel good one day, the other day they don't feel that good. It, you know, kind of just play by ear sometimes. If you know, if you're not liking a movement, you're like, I don't know, I don't really feel it today, or I'm not feeling it there today, or whatever it might be. You know, you don't have to stick to it. You can also change up and try a different movement and see if that can help. But we are going to do lat pull downs. We're going to do some cross bodies like we usually do. And then we are going to move over to some rows with a T-bar handle. And then we're going to move over to some shoulders afterwards. So we're just going to be sticking to rows. You know, like shoulders, like regular. We're going to be doing our lateral raises with the cable machine. Worst case scenario, we do it with dumbbells, but that should still be fine. You know, it doesn't mean that just because you do it with dumbbells, you're not going to get gains. But there are certain movements that are just better, and they can sometimes target the muscle way better. And I think that's what the cable machine does, as opposed to the dumbbells. But worst case scenario, we do dumbbells today, and that should be fine as long as we're going hard, you know. And then we're gonna move over to some rear delts. Can't forget those. Most people forget them. If you forget them, don't do it. Just hit them. Just hit 3 to 4 sets each shoulder day, and you're gonna thank yourself 3 to 4 months from now. So make sure you're not skipping out on those, man. If you do, you're skipping out on gains because, you know, your shoulders are not going to look as big, your arm is not going to look as complete or as full, and you want that fullness when it comes to bodybuilding. So just start doing them here and there. Don't skip out on them. If your friend tells you, nah, let's do them next time, don't listen to him. And then I think we're going to most likely do some cardio. I messed around with the camera yesterday and I tried to play around with some settings, so we're going to see how they play out today. I like the settings from yesterday, I think, because I messed around with some of the coloring because it was just so bland for some reason, just the way I took it. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of playing around with it. So you'll see it from yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that video, you can go back, and I think it's day 15. So check that one out, and you can see what the quality is like. If you have any suggestions for the CVE10, for any settings for the gym in particular, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I would really appreciate it. I'd love to start getting used to the camera more, and that's what I've been doing, just kind of like just looking things up, understanding what different things mean, you know. It's so complicated, but we'll get there. Hopefully at some point we learn how to color grade, so that's going to be another little talent under our belt. Okay, so let's see what we start off with today, just because it's around 3:20 and the gym is going to sometimes some people come in a little bit earlier, so we'll see. It's Wednesday. It's kind of like an iffy day, so we'll get there and we'll see what we start off with. Let's move on to our first our first working set, which is gonna be these pull downs here. We're gonna do in reverse to kind of like do the same simulation as a lat pull down that we usually do with the T-bar. But we decided to just kind of do it this way, which is the regular way. I want to go hard for these, try to do as many as we can. And I'm thinking we're gonna stay here for 3. We're gonna stay here for 3 of them. So let's do it. Okay, we got 6. We're probably gonna drop down the next one. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this third set. On the last 2 sets, I noticed I didn't have my my mic on, so those are gonna be muted maybe, and that's if it didn't catch my voice. Or maybe I'll just try to increase the volume on that just in case if it's too low. Worst case scenario, maybe I'll do like you'll see like a little voiceover over it just to kind of explain what I did. But we're gonna hit this for 3, go as hard as we can, and then we're gonna move on to some crossbody work so that we can work on our lower lat. All right, let's just go as hard as we can on this one. Oh man. Let's go ahead and move on to our second lat exercise, which is going to be some crossbody pull downs. We usually do these with
With this specific cable machine, just because you can kind of sit your knee around here and it just stabilizes you throughout the whole movement, which is pretty dope. So if you have something like this, you can always try it out. But we're gonna do these for 2 sets, hit it from around 6 to 10 on each hand. Keep it pretty heavy. And yeah, just watch how I do it. And then if you, you can always try it next time you do some back. But let's just go as hard as we can. There we go. Okay. We got 10 on the left hand, so we're gonna get 10 on the right hand, but we're gonna take a quick 20-second and 30-second break just because, man, I always run out of breath on the first hand whenever I do something single arm, and then on the other one I can't get the same amount of reps because I'm out of breath. So I'm gonna take a quick 10 to 15-second like break just to make sure that I can get some of my energy back. One. Nice, okay. We got 10 on that side. We're gonna do this one for one more and then move on to some type of row. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our last set of lats, which is gonna be this crossbody. We're gonna hit it from 6 to 10. Go from there, and then we're gonna move on to some rows after. All right, let's get 9 on the other hand. So let's move on to some rows to target our upper back and mid back. We're gonna keep our elbows a little bit higher so we can target the upper back. And then on the next row that we do, we're gonna keep our elbows a little bit lower so we can target a little bit more of the lower back and the lower lats. So we're gonna keep this from, I'm thinking 6 to 10. But we're gonna try to go as hard as we can. Okay, I think we got 7. So that should be good. We're probably gonna do one more of these, but drop a little bit of weight. So we're gonna do around 7 to 12. Probably 10 to be honest. We don't wanna go super high volume. No need. As long as you're going intense. Let's move on. Let's move on to our last set of this bad boy. We're going to do this for at least 8 to 10. And then just try to go as hard as we can. Oh, man. Okay. Let's move on to some other rows to finish up back. Let's move on to this this last set of rows, or this last two sets of rows. We're gonna do these for 6 to 10 reps. Keep them pretty controlled, get a really good stretch, and then pull back with our elbows, similar to what we did with the other rows. Yeah, so we're gonna try to go as hard as we can. Okay, we got 8. We're gonna hit this for one more. But let's do this last exercise so then we can move on to shoulders, and then yeah, and then be done with today. Nice. Let's go do shoulders now. Okay, let's move on to shoulders. We're gonna do these lateral raises for 4 sets. I'm thinking I either do 3 sets of these and then I do my last set with dumbbells, just to switch it up. I never have any particular reason. I kind of just do it, and then we're gonna move over to the reverse pec deck and do our rear delts. Okay, we got 7 on that one. We're gonna get 7 on this one. We're gonna take a quick 10-second break so I can make sure I get at least 7 on this. And then I'm thinking we're gonna drop down from 40 to 35. Okay. We got 7 on that one. Pretty good. That's around the range you want to keep it at. We'll probably drop down to 35 and keep it from around 8 reps. And then probably stick around 35. We're going to do our second set of these. We're going to keep it anywhere from 6 to 10, which will be pretty good. Yep, and I think we're going to drop down to 35. Let's start off with our right hand this time, since we started off with our left the first time. I think we got either 8 to 10. We'll see. I'm thinking I'm going to get at least a solid 8 on this one. But this 35 actually felt pretty light, to be honest. Nice, okay. We hit the same amount of reps on this side. So we'll probably do one more of these at 35s because they felt pretty good. And then we'll probably move on to some, I'm thinking some dumbbells. Angel usually does it for 3 sets. He does it usually with this one at the same time, but honestly, I keep telling him it's a waste of energy, but he doesn't listen to me. But we're gonna do some dumbbells probably for our last set. And then yeah, just go hard on those. Let's move on to our third set of lateral raises. We're gonna keep it to 35 because that felt pretty good. And I know I can get at least a solid 10 on these. So we're gonna keep it at this, and then we're gonna do our last one with some dumbbells. Maybe do 25 this time. Last time we did, I think we've been doing 20s. Honestly, I can probably do 22. So maybe 22 or 25. We'll see how it's feeling after this one. All right. Honestly, I don't even know how many I got on that one. I think I got 9. 9 or 10. We're probably gonna hit 9 or 10 on this one too. Fuck, I need to get better at counting. Oh my. Okay. We hit 9 on that. We're probably gonna move on to some quick lateral raises just to finish that bad boy off, and then move over to the pectic machine. Jasmine already got it. And try to catch up to her. Hit these for 6 to 12 reps. Try to get as many as we can. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna pause this bad boy real quick and hit it for maybe 3 more. My fuck. Let's go ahead and do our last exercise for today, which is going to be these rear delt flies with the pectic machine. So we're going to do these for 4 sets, and then we're going to move downstairs to do a pull down. Oh my god. Let's do our last, not our last set, sorry, our second set. I think we're going to do, we're going to drop down a little bit.
Probably Friday. Nice. Yeah, we'll take care of it when it comes to
Okay. We have 2 more, and then we're gonna go down to do some cardio. Okay. This is our 3rd set, so we can be done. Hey. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit the pose now. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the pose down now. Let me see what kind of damage we did today. Let me flip this just a tiny bit more this way. There we go.
Okay, another successful lift. We finished back, shoulders today. Man, we've been crazy. We have been messing around with the camera today. We tried a new profile because I know I think there's like 6 profiles on the camera. So I've been trying each one and seeing which one works. Yesterday, I think I messed around with profile 1, and I messed around with some people's settings, and that one was pretty good. You can check out what kind of came out of that from yesterday's video. And then today I messed around with profile 6, which I saw a video about. So we'll see. We'll see how the video turns out as we kind of edit a little bit later today. But we finished the gym pretty early today. Actually, we finished around 5. around 5:30, which is awesome. That gives us plenty of time to go home, go eat, and yeah, just gives us a little bit more time to spare and do other things. Then hopefully I'll be able to edit a little bit earlier, and that way I can already have that video ready for tomorrow. That way I don't have to worry about it. But for my first two clips, I didn't have my mic on. I completely forgot about it, and it ended up being on the floor until my third set of lat pull down. So I might do a voiceover over that, or I might mute the clips and just write on a note. You'll see. I mean, you already saw it since you're already at this part of the video. But today is day 17 of the cut. It has, holding super, super steady. Everything's feeling good. We're still holding on to around 2,400 calories. I sometimes go around 2,350, sometimes 2,300. But I just make sure that my protein is high, like around the 200s. And I'm right now, I think my body weight, I'm sitting around 168 last time I checked. So a lot of that is most likely water weight, just because it takes time to lose body fat. So I'm not expecting all of that to be body fat. Maybe a pound. Maybe a pound is something I lost the least for fat. We'll see. We'll see as we kind of progress. But yeah, today felt super good, super good. I know we did a lot of damage. Like I mentioned, we're not expecting to make any gains here, but just maintain as much as possible. And I feel like I've been maintaining pretty good strength so far. I feel like I haven't dipped so much in my lifts this time around. My last cut that I did, which was a little bit of a shorter cut, I think it was 3 months or 4 months. I lost a bunch of how do you call it? A bunch of strength, which kind of sucked. But this time around, it feels like I've been kind of like holding in pretty steady, and I've been splitting up my meals pretty well, so that way I'm not starving during my lift. But tomorrow's going to be day 18th of the cut, and we're going to be hitting leg day and biceps tomorrow. So we're super excited because leg day is our favorite day so far. So we're going to be destroying quads tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. See you, everyone.